Hey there, Patriots. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about sector area. What is a sector and the formula that is associated with the area of a sector and everything that we can use it for. So what is a sector? Well, a sector of a circle, because we need a circle to have a sector, is a portion of a circle that is going to be bounded by two radii and an arc. So when I give you a circle, we're going to draw in two different radii. Notice here's my radii, got a radius, and there's the arc that bounds it. So when we say that's the sector, this is what we're talking about. That's the sector. Basically, it's a slice of pizza. What is the slice of pizza? That is the sector. So whenever I give you a sector, we can use one of these formulas. The area of a sector can be found by doing pi r squared, the area of a circle, times degrees over 360, because that's the portion of the circle we're talking about. That's the degrees in the arc right here. Or we can do sector area over the area of the circle equals degrees over 360. So let's go ahead and highlight what we need. So sector, why are you not highlighting? Sector is this area right here. How much area are we covering? So that's the S and the sector. To find that, we need the area of this circle, which is going to be pi r squared, the length of this radius, times the degrees in the arc over 360, because 360 is the degrees of the whole circle. Remember, the degree of the central angle is equal to the degrees in the arc. So let's use the formulas to find our actual sector. So we are going to round all of our answers to 2 decimal places, and I want to find this red sector. I know your notes are in black and white, but maybe you'll want to highlight it in red. Alright, so to find sector area, I like that second formula. I like the proportions just like with arc length. So I'm going to do S over the area of the circle, pi r squared. The portion of the circle I'm talking about divided by the entire area equals degrees over 360. Part over whole equals part over whole. So sector, that's what I'm looking for, over pi r squared. R is the radius of the circle, and that is going to be the degrees over 360. Well, the degrees is right there. It's 60 because the degrees in that angle, the central angle, are equal to the degrees of the arc. Remember that way back in like lesson 2 of this unit? Way back when. All right, so it wants us to find S. So we're going to put that over pi r squared, Oops, except we're not going to say R. We know what R is. R is 10, and we're going to square that, and that's going to be 60 over 360. So the sector area over 100 pi, because the area of the whole circle is 100 pi, equals, let's reduce this fraction, so when I cross multiply, it's a little easier. And it's going to reduce to 1/6. So let's go ahead and do some cross multiplying. S times 6 is 6S. I like to flag my S a lot of times. That way it doesn't look like a 5. And that's going to equal 100 pi. Continue to work by dividing both sides by 6. So in my calculator, it said round to the nearest 2 decimal places, the nearest hundredth. I'm going to get out my calculator. I'm going to do 100 pi divided by 6. I'm using my pi key, so it gives me a more accurate answer. S equals 57. Now my calculator says 595, so 2 decimal places is going to make it 57.60. Boom. And that is how we are going to use our formula to find the area of the sector. Let's try another one because it's both fun and exciting. Find the area of the sector bounded by arc GE. They tell us OE is 15 and the measure of angle GOE is 150. Round our answer to the nearest hundredth. Alrighty, they said the sector bounded by arc GE. Well, no, I didn't want blue. Yellow. Here's arc GE. So the sector I want is that sector right there. We are told the length of OE is 15, so every radius in this circle is 15 long, and the measure of angle GOE is 150. Well, if that angle is 150, this arc measure is also 150. So to find sector area, we are going to use the formula sector area over pi r squared, the area of the circle, equals degrees over 360. All right, we already said what sector area, that's yellow. To find the area of this circle, we need radius, the length of the radius, which is 15, and then I need to know the measure of the arc in degrees, which is going to be 150. So let's go ahead and fill everything in. S, that's what I'm looking for, I don't know what it is, over pi times 15 squared, and that's going to equal 150 over 360. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and simplify both of my fractions. 15 squared, I want to say that's 225. Hey, I was right. So the sector over 225 pi, I'm going to work with pi as absolutely as long as I can, over 150 divided by 360, that gives me 5 over 12. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to cross multiply s times 12. That's going to give me 12s. And 5 times 225 pi gives me 1,125 pi. Let's divide both sides by 12. So 1,125 pi divided by 12 gives me a sector area of about 294.52 when I round it to the nearest 2 decimal places. Oh, I was just double checking my arithmetic. Yep, boom. And that is what we are going to do when you come in. So if you've got any questions still about this lesson, please go ahead and jot those down for your teacher and get them addressed tomorrow. Hey, Patriots, we will see you when we see you.